The pFlow P117 HD Portable Ultrasonic Flow Meter. The system comes in a case with everything needed for making flow measurements. The paperwork includes a full written quick start guide detailing how to use it, factory calibration certificate, and factory manual. The set includes the main flow transmitter, transducer sensor cables, sensors and mounting frames, tape measure. Pull out a layer of foam insert, and below you also have the charger with international plugs. Output junction box. A USB SD card reader to transfer data logs. Coupling compound, and we add a spare tube of superlube grease. And straps to mount the frames on non-magnetic pipes. Connection ports are at the top of the main unit. SD card is here, then downstream and upstream sensor ports, power switch, output socket, and charging socket. Start by turning on the flow meter. Now we will demonstrate setting up the meter on this pipework. You can navigate menus by pressing any of the shortcut keys. Or you can also type in a menu. For example, menu 11 goes to menu 11. The first required parameter is pipe outer diameter. Press the OD shortcut or go to menu 11. Press enter to modify, type the OD, then enter to confirm. Next parameter is pipe wall thickness. Press the shortcut key or go to menu 12. Press enter, type the thickness, and enter to confirm. Next is pipe material. Press the PM shortcut or go to menu 14. Press enter, then up or down to scroll the list of materials and enter to select. I selected stainless steel. Next press the fluid type shortcut or go to menu 20. Press enter to scroll the list of fluids, then enter to confirm. I selected water. Next I press down to get to menu 23. Select the transducer type. Default P011 type should be selected unless you special ordered high temp sensors, in which case select PH020. Down again gets you to menu 24 or press the V as Z shortcut. Choose your mounting method. V is the most common and what we will use in this demonstration. Now down again gets us to menu 25. This displayed spacing is the distance we need to space the sensors on the pipe. Around 57.7 mm in this case. Now we can prepare the sensors. Pull them out and take some couplant. Apply a blob on the surface of both sensors. Use enough to cover the brown oval once it's squished onto the pipe. Next take the upstream sensor, checking the label and noting the flow direction. Begin spacing the sensor in the frame, remembering the total space needed between both sensors. So on this one, I will space it around 2.77 centimeters from the end. In this case we have clean bare metal pipework, but if your pipe is painted, dirty, or rusty, please sand or clean the sensor mounting area. Tighten the adjustment knob to pull the sensor away from the pipe, then place the frame on the side of the pipe. Avoid placing sensors on the top or bottom of the pipe to avoid sediment in the bottom of the pipe or air bubbles in the top. Then gap the downstream sensor, in this case at 3 cm to make a total of 5.77 cm and place it on the pipe too. Ensure the sensors are seated tightly together and nicely aligned straight along the pipe. Double check the spacing is correct as per menu 25. Now you can loosen off the adjustment knobs, which will push the sensor up against the pipework. Adjust these all the way loose, then just snug them back up so they don't vibrate. Now take your sensor cables and observe which is upstream and downstream. Take the upstream cable, and also notice it has a notch in the connector and sensor, so it can only be installed in one position. Connect and push in the cable. Then do the same for the downstream sensor. At the other end of the cables, check the labels again. First I have my upstream sensor, and I will plug it into the meter's upstream port. Be aware the connector has a red dot, and this should face towards you to plug in. Then do the same for the downstream cable. It's important the cables and sensors are in the correct position, or the meter will not measure flow. If there is fluid flowing through the pipe, it should start measuring. But there are a few key values you need to check to ensure the meter is working properly. First press the signal shortcut. You want signal to be as high as possible. Check these 3 values displayed. In general, signal should be at least 65 or higher for normal operation. Then press the TOS shortcut. This value shown is the transit time ratio. A normal transit time ratio should be at 100% with 3% allowed variance. So between 97 and 103%. If either of these two checks are out of range, it can indicate a problem with the application or installation. Please recheck parameters and installation, or check through the installation guide and manual to troubleshoot. Maybe there is a parameter incorrectly set or a problem like not enough straight pipe length causing turbulence in the flow, aeration, or too much solids in the flow. Now you can press the rate shortcut to display the flow rate. You can press the velocity shortcut to show velocity. Or you can press the total shortcut to show the flow totalizer. If you want to change the flow units, they can be changed on menu 31. Press enter, scroll the list of units, then enter to select. You can then choose a time unit. So here I demonstrate setting it to liters per hour. Then the totalizer unit, if you want to change, it is on menu 32. Press enter, scroll the list of units, then enter to select. Now on the rate display my units have changed as it was set. Also on the total display, the unit has changed as it was set. To use the data logging, press the data button. You can choose the collection and logging interval. Press up to highlight collection time, press enter, type how many minutes you want to log for, then enter again. To change the logging interval, press down to highlight the field, press enter, type a number, then enter to confirm. Now press down to highlight the start button, and press enter. The logging will start and it will show a graph. If you want to stop the log early, you can just press the enter button. That concludes the demonstration. If you get stuck, you can refer to our written quick start guide. It has detailed information and pictures showing how to use the flow meter. Additionally, in the back, there is also a troubleshooting section with some tips and frequently asked questions which may prove helpful.